So you all know that I'm famous for just moving stuff around in the middle of the year. It is the last day before spring break, hallelujah. But I now have this beautiful flex space in my library. I'm so excited about it. Good morning, YouTube. It's never a good sign when you start out the week with no makeup, not doing your hair because you're so tired, but it's okay because it's only a 3-day week. Our spring break starts on Thursday, so we have school today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. We're off Thursday, Friday, and the following Monday, and then we come back. We have a pretty short spring break. A lot of people were asking me why. So in Maryland, our governor passed legislation that says all public schools have to start after Labor Day. So most schools don't start until like September. And then we also have to be done by June 15th. So the deal is we can only fit so many snow days into the calendar. Any snow days that go over usually come off of spring break, which we did not have this year. This year we only had 3 snow days, and that's how many were built into our calendar, which was great. But we just don't have much time to take days off during the school year because of those like restrictions in terms of when we start school and when we end school. Plus we have to go, our kids go 181 days, and I forget how long teachers go, but it's longer than that. So we just don't have a lot of flexibility with our school calendar, but it's okay. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy my spring break. I have so many things on my list that I want to get done and accomplished. But let's talk about this past weekend. I had a wonderful weekend, even though it was very, very busy. Friday night, I sat my little behind on the couch and I edited for hours and hours and hours because I had to finish editing my mail haul, which I did get done and I posted on Saturday, and then I had to edit last week's classroom vlog, which got posted on Sunday. So that was a very busy night. I was hoping to also get my math bakery up in my TPT store, but it took like all night on Friday to get all of that edited and it just didn't happen. Then on Saturday, Billy and I had to get up at a decent time. I had to go out for my run, and then we got ready and we actually took the MARC train and the metro into DC. We were there for like the tail end of the march, which was just cool to see, but we ended up going to a Demi Lovato concert, which Billy had gotten me for Valentine's Day. Let me just say, I'm a little bit biased because I am a very big Demi Lovato fan, but it was a fantastic show. Even Billy was like, that was so much better than I thought it would be. She sounded phenomenal live, and it just was a great like show. It was super entertaining. Now DJ Khaled coming on beforehand, he did nothing. Like, I don't know what his purpose was. Like, he wouldn't even sing. He just had us sing like all of his songs. It was a little bit ridiculous, but that's okay. Demi made up for it. She was incredible. And then we stayed at a hotel in DC, and then we took the metro and MARC train back to home on Sunday, and then I had to go for a very long 17-mile run and get lesson planning done. And then Billy and I have been watching This Is Us. So if you're also a fan of the show, let me know down in the description. Don't spoil anything. We just watched episode 5 last night. It's been one of those shows on our list for a while to watch, and Billy's like, I don't think I'm gonna like it. He loves it. So every night we watch one episode together before we go to sleep, and that is definitely motivating me to get my work done. I am leaving this morning just a couple minutes earlier than normal, although now I'm leaving on time because I had to like defrost my car and like scrape ice and all that good stuff. But I'm gonna go treat myself with some coffee because I really struggled to wake up this morning. And I think it's because of my long run yesterday. I forget after those runs, not only like does your body need to rest, but like you need sleep, and more sleep than usual, to like help recover. So I'm gonna go get some coffee and then I will catch up with you all at school. Good morning. Can I get a medium iced latte with the thin mint flavor, please? Iced latte. That'll be it. Thank you. It is now my planning time. I've had a little bit of a busy morning. It is my week to do math homework. So my team teacher and I switch back and forth for math homework. This week, because we only have school on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, they really only have tonight and tomorrow night to do their homework because it will be due on Wednesday. So I kept it pretty short. We are working with decimal fractions. So first there's just some place value practice for them to say the place value of the underlined digits. So tenths, hundredths, and then tenths. Down here for them to model the decimal fractions on a place value block. And then here adding decimal fractions. And I have have the place value block as well. So that is all ready to go. I just made copies for myself and my team teacher. And then I made up these templates for my students to use in small groups. Since we're working with adding decimal fractions, I wanted them to have like a template, so if they wanted to color in the place value block, they could. So I'm just gonna slip these into dry erase sleeves and I will be ready to go. So you all know that I'm famous for just moving stuff around in the middle of the year, and I recently kind of redid this area of my room, and down at the bottom I had all of my binders with my I can statements. So my I can statements are up here. They are like provided by our curriculum. So our county has its own curriculum and each lesson has an I can statement. I have gone through and typed up all of them. So each day of like lesson has its own I can statement on its own piece of cardstock in a page protector, and I have them all organized in binders by like themes or like marking periods basically. So I have marking periods 1 and 2 for math, 3 and 4 for math, 1 and 2 for science, 3 and 4 for science, and same for social studies. So I had those in binders down here, but I thought about it and like if I'm gonna use this for math early finishers, so I have my math bins, I have 24 cards, there's all kinds of different things in this cart of drawers for my students to use for math. I was like, it doesn't really make sense to keep them down there at the bottom. So I have moved them. I now have this cabinet, this entire side is all just binders, which I can't even lie, I love the way they just look so uniform because they all have the same binder spine. Of course, this one's a little bit crooked and that's kind of bothering me. Okay, that's a little bit better. So all of my I can statement binders are up at the top, and then these are all of like curriculum binders, substitute binders, parent communication, school info, all that good stuff. And then this one has all kinds of like curriculum books and just things that are provided by my school that I have to hold on to, and then there's like some extra paper up there. But overall, I just feel like I like that better, at least for now. And then that way this whole area will be for my kids instead of part of it being for my kids and part of it being for me. So here's your proof that I literally have the best custodian in the entire world. We did those funky bunny projects, which thank you to everyone who let me know that the picture did not show up in my last vlog. My computer had issues and it froze while the video was exporting and something must have happened to it. So I'll insert a picture here, hopefully for you all to see what I'm talking about. And my students did their designs with Sharpies and some of it bled onto the desk, and I was like, ugh, like I knew I probably should have thought ahead and had my students have like paper underneath so it didn't bleed through, but it was just a hectic day and that didn't happen. So there were Sharpie marks on the desk, and my custodian left this note for me, and it says I was not able to get all the stains off the desk, so the ones that were permanent, I switched them out for clean desks. Like, he is seriously the sweetest custodian in the entire world, and he just works so hard and takes such good care of my room. I am so lucky. So we have to adjust our schedule a little bit today. We are gonna have 50-minute blocks in the morning and then homeroom in the afternoon, and let me tell you why. Right after my students finish recess, which is around 1:05, they're gonna come inside, we're gonna have our homeroom classes, and they're gonna go ahead and get packed up because around 1:25, we are taking all of the students, all of the grades down to the cafeteria because our drama club is putting on their performance. So they have been working for the past several weeks on Shrek Jr. the musical, and they had performances for like parents and everything over the weekend. They had a Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday like day performance. So today they are going to perform for the school. So that's gonna start at 1:45 and it's gonna take us until the end of the day. So I really just have my classes for the morning, which will make it a pretty quick day, which I'm okay with, but at the same time, like there's just so much I'm trying to fit in before spring break and it's just not going the way that I was hoping. Like I had everything planned out for the rest of the marking period, and like very quickly that plan is going out the window because things come up, and as a teacher you just have to be flexible. You have to find a way to make it work, fit it all in despite everything going on, and sometimes it's a struggle, but you know what, at the end of the day it all ends up being okay, and I just have to remind myself of that. It is lunchtime and I love when my desk is nice and clean. I do have a stack of papers over there, but otherwise it looks pretty good. The morning was a little bit hectic. Whenever we have 15-minute blocks, I feel like it just flies by and we don't get a lot done, but it's okay. We had stuff from last week that we had not finished in math. So we did a warm-up of a written response problem. So having my students like explain their thinking, because that's what one of my SLOs is on for this school year. We do 2 SLOs per year, and since I just teach math, science, and social studies, both of my SLOs are for math. One of them is on written responses because my students needed a lot of help on that. So it is coming to a close. We're gonna give the post post-assessment on Wednesday. If you don't know what an SLO is, it stands for Student Learning Objective. Basically, it's a way to target a skill that your students struggle with. You give them like intervention and you give them extra support, and you basically get data to prove that they improved. So we gave a pre-assessment back, I don't know, a long time ago, like October or something, and then we're gonna give the post-assessment on Wednesday. So today and tomorrow we are doing like warm-up problems just to kind of review it. We got that done, and then we finished a practice page from last week that my students had not finished. So I feel like it was okay, like now I'm caught up, but at the same time I did not get to science and I did not get the next lesson done, but it's okay. Like I'm just doing the best that I can right now. I'm going to enjoy my lunch. We will go outside for recess, and then my students will come in, get packed up, and we will go watch Shrek. So at the end of last week's vlog, I was a little bit secretive. I said I had some new stuff in my room, but I didn't show you all, which if you are following me on Instagram, and if you're not, the link is in the description box. Go ahead and follow me on there. You have actually already seen this because I posted it on Tuesday. But I now have this beautiful flex space in my library. I'm so excited about it. I'm actually going to have an upcoming video all about this on my channel. It will be coming in April. So just hang on. If you saw my Instagram and my Instagram stories, I went through each product. I'm not going to do that right now because I am going to have a whole video dedicated to it. But just know all of this is from Lakeshore Learning. They are an absolutely amazing company. I will get into all the reasons why in that next video, but this is all part of their new flex space line. So it's all about having kids be comfortable when they are working, and I am just in love with this stuff. It's so high quality. I introduced it to all of my students today and they were obsessed. During math in my block 2, I let my students work around the room, and like literally they were all fighting over this area, which I want my students to be excited to work in my classroom. I want it to be a place that they love coming to and that they love working in. And so just seeing how excited they were today, like made my teacher heart so happy. I just wanted to share that with you all. I will have all of the details in that future video. Good morning, YouTube. Pretty sure this is gonna be the week of no makeup because I don't know why. I am so exhausted every single morning, and I didn't even do a lot last night for like school. I did have some other things that I had to get done, but I did not touch anything for school because I did get all of my lesson planning done over the weekend. You all should be super proud of me for that. But yet I am still just like on the struggle bus in terms of exhaustion. I did not want to get up this morning. In fact, I didn't get up until 7:10, and I'm still not super awake. Like usually after being up 10-15 minutes I feel better. I don't. I just feel so tired, and I know whenever I say that, whenever I say I'm really tired, I have a million people comment that I need to get blood work done or that all these other things could be causing it. Y'all, I'm marathon training. Like that's literally the cause of it. And my tapering has not started yet. So tapering is like the last little bit of your training where your mileage decreases to help give your body a rest before the race. That has not started yet, and I am very, very tired. So just bear with me through the week. It's not gonna be the best vlog ever, but that's okay. I'm trying. I'm gonna go get coffee because when it's the last couple days before spring break, you need coffee.
Morning, how may I help you?
Good morning. Can I get an iced medium vanilla latte, please?
Okay, is that be all?
Yep, that'll be it. Thank you. It is now like the middle towards the end of my planning time. This morning after all my kids came in, we actually had a fire drill, so that was a little bit chaotic, and I am worse than the kids. Like I am the one that ends up screaming because I'm very, not jumpy, but like, I don't know, little things will like make me jump like that, and I jumped and screamed and my kids are all looking at me like, are you okay? Yep, I'm good. So during my planning time so far, I have just been like answering emails, and I had to post a couple of things on Shutterfly, which is like our 4th grade website where we update parents about things, and that took a really long time, so I only have about 20 minutes left. I have a couple of things that students have turned in that I need to grade, just like individual little assignments that students had to finish. I also have their math homework from last week, typically on Friday or whatever day their math homework is due on the last day of the week. I just go around and check it for completion, and then we go over it together as a class to make sure that they all have the correct answers. But last week, because we were in homerooms on Friday, we did not get to do that, and all the homeroom teachers just collected their homework, so I need to go through, check them off, and then I I don't think I want to sit there and check through like 60 something homeworks. That just does not sound good to me. So I think I'm going to try to find time today or tomorrow to like hand them back to students, and we'll all go over it together, and then that way they can mark their own papers. It is now lunchtime, and I'm actually in a good mood because I feel like we've had a really productive morning. In math, we got everything that I wanted to get done. Like, I knew we wouldn't get the whole practice page done, but we got through at least half of it, which I was really happy about. And then science, we very rarely get through a lesson because it's just impossible to fit these lessons into the time that we have. It's just time goes by so quickly. So it is a rarity that we actually get everything done before lunch, and today it happened. So today we are talking about convection. So my students had 3 different like cylinders filled with water. One of them had cold water. I put it in my fridge this morning. One of them had room temperature water, and the last one had warm water, which I kept my Keurig here and I brewed hot water through that. They put blue food coloring in the cold one, green food coloring in the room temp one, and red food coloring in the warm one. And then they were looking at how the food coloring dispersed. So in the blue one where the water was cold, it dispersed really, really slowly, whereas in the red one, within a couple seconds, that food coloring had dispersed through the entire container. So we're just talking about how he is able to transfer, and that led us to a conversation about like lava lamps and all that good stuff. So I'm happy because I feel like we've been productive today, which for the day before, the last day before spring break, that's as good as it's gonna get.
It's so weird.
It is now the end of the day, and it was a little bit hectic. I mean, block 2 was good. Like, I got through everything I wanted to get through, just like block 1, but dismissal was very hectic because starting today, our school is doing something called Hero Boys, which is almost similar to Girls on the Run, but it's for boys. It's a little bit of a different program, but it's essentially, you know, that kind of thing. And of course, they all come to my dismissal room, which my dismissal room is already super chaotic. I think I have by far the most kids, and all the Hero Boys in there today brought my total up to like 45 kids in my room at dismissal, which is just insane. Plus they all have backpacks and instruments and bags and all kinds of things, and it was just a lot. So I knew that it was going to be chaotic, but it was a little bit more chaotic than I thought. And then I just came back into my room. I found a mini fortune teller. I had to fix my fan that I keep up by my board, my like tower fan, because right after I told my kids, please be careful as you walk out in line, one of the kids knocked it over and the back fell off and the vent fell off. Not the vent, but like the filter type thing fell off. So I had to clean up all that. I also found a big puddle of water. I have no idea where it came from, but one of my students thankfully put paper towels down on it, which is nice and all, but they did not actually clean up the paper towels, so there was still just a big puddle of water on the floor. But that is all now resolved. It's all good. I am gonna go ahead and get out of here. I need to go do my run, but thankfully I have no grading. I have no planning to do for tomorrow, which is awesome. So I'm gonna go home. I've got plenty of other things to be doing, and I will catch up with you in the morning on the last day before spring break. Good morning, YouTube. It is the last day before spring break. Hallelujah. Even though spring break's short, I don't care. I'm going to enjoy every single second of it. Good news is I'm a little bit less tired today than I was yesterday. Like yesterday, I just did not want to be up. Today, I felt that way at first. I'm better now. I'm not quite as tired, but it just makes me realize how much of not a morning person I am. And Billy knows that too, because we've been together for over 4 years and he's not really a morning person either, but he's more of a morning person than I am. And I actually had to have a conversation with him last night because lately he's been like waking up around the time that I wake up, but he just kind of like hangs out in bed. Like he doesn't actually get up until after I leave. But yesterday, like he was sitting there trying to talk to me, and I'm trying to be nice, but at the same time I'm like, don't talk to me in the morning. And that sounds awful, but like I don't want to be talked to. I'm grumpy. I haven't had my coffee yet. Like just don't talk to me. And I literally had to tell him last night, I was like, babe, I love you, but please leave me alone in the morning. Like just ignore me. I'll come say bye to you, but otherwise like I just don't want to talk. And that probably sounds really awful, but if you are like me and you are also not a morning person, you will understand. I told him, I said, even though I love you, the only thing I want to see that early in the morning is the inside of my eyelids. On a more positive note, I am headed to school. I am gonna go grab some coffee. This morning before the kids come in, we do have a CDM meeting, and we actually have like another school who's coming to like observe us, which currently we don't really have much to discuss for CDM because we've been having it every 2 weeks instead of once a month. So like we've just been having it far more frequently, and that results in not having as much to do. But that's okay. Then I do have team planning with my other math teacher today during my planning time. I also have guidance, and it's also my day to stay in for recess. So you know what? It's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, may I take your order?
Good morning. Can I get a large latte with the coconut caramel flavor, please?
Hot latte?
Iced.
Iced latte?
Yes.
Anything else, sweet?
Nope, that'll be it.
423, drive around, please.
Thank you. It is towards the end of my planning time. I had the CDM meeting this morning, and then I met with my team teacher, but we actually finished in only like a half an hour. We didn't need super long because next week we're just finishing the last unit for math and for science. The week after, we are reviewing for math, taking a math assessment, reviewing for science, and taking a science assessment. So there wasn't a whole lot to actually talk about. I was able to come back into my room. I had to go get a couple of papers signed and filed and all that good stuff. I also had a quiz that a student turned in that I graded and put in the grade book, but now I have like 10 minutes that I can just kind of relax. I do also have guidance, so I have a couple more papers that have been turned into my bin that I will go ahead and check during guidance, and then I also have my recess time today that I get to stay in. So overall, day is going well. We'll see how crazy the kids are because it is the last day before spring break, so I expect a little bit of craziness, but hopefully I can keep them nice and calm. They have to take their post-assessment for my SLO today, so fingers crossed that that goes well, but I will check in with you at lunchtime. Just a side note, I went with a different flavor of my latte this morning. I got the coconut caramel or caramel coconut, I don't know, something like that. I think it's one of the Girl Scout flavors, and I was hesitant because I'm not a huge coconut person at all. I love the smell of it, but I'm not like big on coconut flavored things, and caramel's like okay to me. I kind of like it, but it's not my favorite. But actually, I have to give this props. It is pretty good. It does not top Thin Mint or just good old vanilla, but it's pretty good. I have survived until the end of the day. It is officially my spring break. I am so excited because it is so needed. I'm just very tired and worn down, and I need a break physically, mentally, all that good stuff. So my team teachers just let me know that they're going to be going to like restaurant tonight, so I may go with them. I need to call Billy and see what he's doing. Overall, my day went really, really well. My students worked so hard on their SLO post-assessment, and I was so proud of them, and just seeing how much better they did now compared to October just makes my teacher heart super, super happy. I know this vlog was kind of short, but obviously with only having 3 days this week, that's what happens. But regardless, I do hope that you liked it. Please give the video a thumbs up if you can. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You can hit the button down below. Also hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Last time I checked, I had under 200 subscribers to go until 100,000, which is absolutely insane. So thank you so much for helping that to happen. I am going to be doing a Q&A video. I will probably ask for questions. You know what? If you want to leave me a question, go ahead and put it in the comments of this video, and then I will also post something on Instagram to get questions as well. I will do a video that has a Q&A, and I also will announce a giveaway for hitting 100K as soon as I get there. So as always, thank you for watching. I love you all so much. Don't forget to think positive, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of this video and for supporting my YouTube channel. If you want to check out any of my older videos, you can use the 2 links right down here. If you want to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos, you can use the link right up here. In the description box, you'll find links for my Teachers Pay Teachers store along with my PO address if you're interested. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.